Hey, it's Tom from Inspiration Metalworks, and in this week's video, we're going to make a bunch of parts for YouTube celebrity fabricator and all-around good guy, Gary Ramsey. All right, so when Gary reached out to me about doing a project for him, I immediately thought, uh-oh, what kind of clickbait's going into this one? Hmm? No, I'm just kidding. Gary's a great guy. I've done some work with him in the past. I really enjoy what he does, what he's doing with his shop there, the approach he's taking towards YouTube, but just his business in general. He's probably about a year ahead of me on where we're headed with some of these things. So it's kind of cool to see it, and I was really excited about helping out. I don't know much detail about what the project is. Gary said, "Hey, I've got some drawings. Let me share them with you and let me know if you want to make these parts." So I thought, all right, I'll take a look. So he shared them with me, and I went ahead and got the parts, or got the drawings, started in the cam, made some parts. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look. Let's start with the drawings. We're at the computer, and let's take a look at the drawings that Gary sent over to us. So you should see the computer now, computer screen. And let's take a look. So we're in Fusion 360, and what was really nice about this is, since Gary's doing everything in Fusion and I'm doing everything in Fusion, he was able to just email me and we can share everything online together. So you notice for some of these, you see there's a little head. That means it's something that's been shared with me. So these are the files that he shared with me. So let's look at the files that Gary sent. It's actually these four. This one down at the bottom doesn't count for anything. And so we had these four. I guess they're for a bending unit. I don't really know. I'm still waiting to see Gary's video to see what how he uses these things. But to me, it looks like they're jigs or dies for a bender. So we've got the four different pieces here. We've got some with pins and some that look like they've got a through hole in here. Let's just pull one up. The one that gave me the biggest fits was actually this one. So let's take a look at this one. You notice version 17. When he sent it to me, it was like version 3, by the way. So here is the design. Everything is set up. And here is my, let's take a look. I think that's right. Oh, let's rotate this a little bit. So this is the way it would look for me in my lathe, in the Tormach, because I'm using the turret, right? So it's going to be cutting, still cutting forward, but the tool's flipped over. So doing a face, I come in, do a profile. I'm using this VNMT, I think is what it is. Anyways, you can see it doesn't quite have enough to get in and do the whole thing. So then I go from the right-hand tool to the left-hand tool to clean up those sections, and then part it off. Right, pretty straightforward. Except this part, getting these, getting the radius correct and getting these two halves to match were quite a challenge. And the thing is once I got this one dialed in, the rest of it went quickly. So we did this for each one. Let's take a look. Let's come in and we'll do our little simulation here. We'll turn on stock. I think the wall paint actually looks best. I typically turn off the model when I do this so that we can actually see what's going to happen. And so we'll run it, and you can see it comes in, it does its profile. You'll start to see some bumps here in a second. There we go. So it digs in here. Definitely gets some screeching. This is a 1018 that we do this in. So it comes in and does its final profile. Switch tools, come in, clean up the other half, and then part it off. Right? Pretty straightforward. So let's take a look at what this looked like on the lathe. You know, got to make, to me, some dangerous parts. These things are, so these were the aluminum prototypes that I did first, right? There's some sharp edges on these things. They will definitely slice you up. This one's not so bad. Looks like, you know, it's basically a pulley, right? But I think what it is a bending jig. So that ought to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. If you want to see what happens with these things, check out Gary's site. If you haven't, I'll put a card up. I think it goes up there. We'll see. See how it turns out. But yeah, I'll put a card up for Gary's site. I put one up earlier in the video as well. Yeah, let's wrap it up. I tell you, learning exercise, right? Make sure when when you're doing things out of aluminum, if your drill peck depth is too aggressive, it's probably going to work. When it goes to steel, it's probably going to push the thing back into the chuck. Not a good thing, right? So I did make some cool paperweights, some neat little chess pieces and stuff like that. But you know, it was a lot of fun, and I'm always happy to work with other YouTube creators out there. So with that, and actually, you know, I've done the last couple of videos I've done where I've actually been doing projects for other people. So you know, if you've got something in mind you want to make, let me know. I'll see what I can do. It's a lot of fun. So with that, let's sign off. Thanks again to all the folks at Patreon who are supporting the channel. If you didn't know I had a Patreon account, I do. It's not terribly big, but it helps, right? It actually helped me get some new equipment. Recently, it's helped me get the, I said, wireless microphone on my head here, right? Because when I wear it down here, it's too bassy, but it works really well. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon.